So, okay, we're now running live, and there was a little bit of a technical issue there going on, but anyway, we'll go back to the beginning again and say thank you to everyone for coming to the divine service on last Wednesday. Sissy was our medium, and some fabulous evidence, some evidential evidence that she gave. I also gave some evidence of proof of survival, and it was a wonderful evening. Um, and what makes a wonderful evening is obviously the mediumship is the most important thing. That's what we're there for, to connect with loved ones who have gone before us, to prove that we do survive the earthly body. But after the mediumship, we all go back to the kitchen and the other room, and we have drinks and snacks, and people can talk openly here. It's an environment where people can speak without judgment, because we're all in the same way of thinking. Often, you will know, and it's probably you, the one person in the family that is different with this kind of thing, and you believe in this, and others don't, and you don't say nothing because they think perhaps you're a little bit, loopy or attention seeking or something like this. So we come together for the divine service, connect with spirit, and then we have a good old chin wag, as we say. And the good thing is that people don't necessarily want to go home so early, and this is a sign that that this was a good evening. So, thank you to everyone. Our next divine service is in November. I'm not sure the exact date just yet, but I'll make the announcement on YouTube and Facebook and all those regular places. So, look, while we're waiting for people to pop in, let me ask you, have any of you had a visitation from a loved one in spirit? In other words, have they showed themselves to you whilst you are awake and not in sleep state? Because there is sleep state visitations, which we can talk about in a second, but has a loved one shown themselves physically? Now, it normally only happens for about 2 or 3 seconds, 4 seconds, maybe 5 seconds. I'm not sure how long this will happen. But it's to do with the energy and sustaining the energy. But they do show themselves. Often they don't say anything. They just give a little smile, and then they're gone again. Now, these type of visitations are different to sleep state, where we're in the astral, and many people confuse this with a dream. So let's just talk about for one moment what a dream is. A dream is a group of, I guess we can say, images, movie reels that jump about all over the place. There's no structure to it. There's no beginning, middle, and end. It just jumps here, jumps there. Scenes change, and it makes no sense whatsoever. This is a dream. However, when you're in the astral, we could say visitation. You're actually doing the visitation in that respect. But we often see, not often, always the case, there's a beginning, middle, and the end. So it has a storyline. Now, the storyline can be quite bizarre, but it does have structure. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Also, in the astral, buildings look familiar. So you could be in your front room or your bedroom in this sleep state in the astral, and that room is slightly different, because that's how you've planned it in the astral. It's different to what it's like on the physical world. So people also interpret this as perhaps as dreams. No, it's how you've designed the place. And also, when you're in the astral, you are not watching yourself usually. You are there in with all the action. Now, sometimes you can watch yourself, where it is, let's say, your higher self observing you, but most often you're in the thick of the action, so to speak. Um, so before we go on and talk about other things while we wait for calls to come in, I just want to give a heads up to Linda Kramer. This is her Facebook page, and if you're interested in not just mediumship, but you're interested in paranormal things, anything, she goes from aliens to I don't know, spooky stuff as well. She obviously talks about visitations and astral, um, and you know, she gets into stuff that I don't particularly like myself, a bit too spooky for me. So, but she's a wonderful lady, and she's got a book out, several books out. She's had a near-death experience, and we'll wait and see if you've got any comments to make. Pop over there and have a look on Facebook. Now, let me see. Someone's just popped in here, and we see Mambo. Hi, Mike. How are you doing today? I'm doing very well, thank you. Glad you're here. Yep, I'm happy to be here. Could you please ask my grandmother? Wow, this lighting is really bad today. Could you please ask my grandmother if she has anything to say about me, and two more specifically about my place in the family? Okay, super. Uh, okay, so let me see now. Okay, okay, so I was just waiting for her to draw in a little bit closer. So, first of all, the one thing she wants to say is because she has experienced something similar herself when she was on the earth plane, and it's going to take courage, but she wants you to do your own thing, which will quite possibly get you some slack from certain quarters of the family. It seems to me that you want to be much more independent than what you are, and you should be. Because this is how you're going to go. You're going to go forward. So, as for your position in the family, um, now I think this is your grandmother telling me, but this could very well be Jeanne actually telling us also, because she's saying, "How do you want your position to be in the family? The choice is yours." And I think the overall message here is about courage, and I think you're going to have to, as we say, ruffle some feathers in order for you to proceed in life how you wish to proceed in life, in a way that's acceptable for you and makes you happy. I don't think it's too big a challenge, but I think it is. It's just getting off that first step, getting on the ladder, and starting to show all the people around you that you can make decisions for yourself, and you want to make decisions for yourself. I'm told that you're a gentle soul, and that you just don't want trouble, you just want peace, and quite often you go along with things at the detriment to your own well-being. Well, that time is coming to an end. The fact that you've actually had the courage to write in is an indication that you're beginning to uh, be in the truth vibration. And we are very much in the truth vibration now. So, truth is going to be said, it's going to be seen, and it's going to be heard, either because we're going to express it, or it's going to come out I think I mentioned last week, as a fraudulent slip. Either way, the advice your grandma is giving is just go forward one step at a time, and don't hesitate. Show everyone who you really are, because there's a lot there for you. And I also want to go as far as to say, on your spiritual path, You're just starting out on your spiritual path now. I also feel that you have mediumistic skills. Well, we all do, but I think they're coming to the surface now, and I think this is what's perhaps got you thinking, got you wanting to know more about who you are. So I feel that you will be able to connect with the spirit world, not on the psychic level. I think that's easy for you. I just don't think you recognized it yet, but you will be able to communicate with spirit and be able to communicate with your grandma absolutely directly. Now she is around you all the time, and as I speak now, I'm told to ask you about the change in temperature that's around you at the moment, and this is her, and particularly around the shoulders. It's got a little bit uh, cold around the shoulders, and your shoulders, she tells me, should have the weight lifted off them just a little bit more, because I actually recognize it now. My shoulders felt quite heavy while I was talking to you. So don't carry the weight of other people's problems around with you. So just be aware of your grandma. She's around all the time with you. Now she wants to give me a number. Oh, hang on, let's see what you have to say. Thank you, Mike. You are right. I had to cut off my family. If my grandmother had anything to say about the fact that I was the scapegoat when she was alive. Well, okay, I think it's more to do with people just don't understand you, and they're frightened of your, thank you, she says, of your visions. She's frightened of your visions. I don't necessarily mean the visions that you see from another world, but you're a visionary. That's the thing, and you know there's more out there than what we see, because we just see this tiny bandwidth of information, and this has frightened people. So I wouldn't say scapegoat. I think you've activated a lot of fear in your family, but they'll get over that. And I think you said there you've had to what is it? I had to cut off my family. Yeah, yeah, that's a shame. But I think here's the thing now. You can go back to your family if you choose, step by step, step by step. I actually don't think you want to just yet, but I think there's going to come a point where you're going to excel so much that people will recognize it and they will want to bring you back into the family, and that choice is yours. There is no punishment if you don't wish to have them back in the family. You can keep them on the sidelines and just be courteous and kind, and you continue with your life. But yes, this is not unusual. Uh, cutting cutting yourself off, or people in your position being cut off by the rest of the family. So I would say um, try not to overthink this, and try not to be so sad about it, because there's another group of people waiting to welcome you with open arms. What I've found doing this work is, yes, we know, we hear the saying that family is blood. That's blood. Well, the more you get involved in this work, you realise that you was just born into a family. It doesn't mean that they are the be all and end all of everything that you do, and you must prioritise with them because they're family, others are friends. No, look, in this work that I've done, I've made some incredible friends that have become family to me. That's what we do, and thank you. Here's what your grandmother says: don't get bogged down in societal structures, all the structures that tell you you must think like this, you must do like that. You're too independent to be bogged down to this way of thinking. So step by step, you just got to find a way to step out and be you. Look, Jeanne, she's got this quote, and it goes something like this. I'm paraphrasing. Every man believes what they believe in. Every woman believes what they believe in. But to surrender who you are and live without that belief is more terrible than dying young. So what she's actually saying is, to live your life in the shadows of someone else, to live your life under the expectation of what people expect you to be, is in her opinion worse than dying. So go out there, be courageous, meet your own tribe, find people of your same liking, and they will help you excel. So if anything else comes through, I'll bring that through for you. Okay, let's see who's here. Dayanira. Hello everybody. Thanks for popping in. So let's see what you have to say here. Mike, can you see if there's any messages for it? Well, yes, of course, there'll always be messages for it. Just hang on one moment. Let's see if I can read this. I understand, Mambo says, it won't be possible, unfortunately, to go back, even though it's a huge suffering. Yeah, for me, for now. Okay. Yes, it is difficult for you. I understand this. What I would say is don't focus on it, okay? When you start self-love, when you begin to realize the power that's within you, when you realize this, you will, in a kind of way, have pity on the people that have cast you aside. But you have to raise your self-awareness, raise your self-esteem, know your self-worth. How do you do this? Well, meet like-minded people. I would also say, look at the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza. He does many lectures, and you will see that everything that happens to you is because of you, good and bad. And what people think of you, Don Ruiz says, is their business, not yours. So you focus on your life, you focus on doing what you want, and don't concern yourself with your family, as difficult as it is, because at the moment they're living rent-free in here, and that's where your attention is. And when your attention is there, it's going to be very difficult. It's going to take a lot longer for you to move in the direction that you want to move in. So just hang on in there, and I'm sure you're going to be fine. Now, hang on. Let's see. Yes, I had a few from my grandmother and my grandfather. Okay, right. Let's just see who pops in here for you. Okay. Did you want a message? Who's it from there? Let's see. It was just a message for you. Okay, super. Look, I do have someone in here, and immediately as I mentioned this, actually it's a couple, and one of them is not unlike you. I'm not saying this person looks like you, but you can see similar features, similar bone structure. It's the smile that you got on your picture there. That seems to be the thing that pops out most. And this is a lady that's here, and she continued with this smile throughout her life. Actually, nothing changed about her, and she was always having this kind of smile, and she smiled more than she did have a frown on her face. In fact, she was somebody that if she had issues, she would keep it to herself usually, and wouldn't be someone that that moans so much. She makes me hold my hands like this, so I think somewhere along the line she would hold her hands like this. But there's a gentleman with her as well. And before I tell you what they have to say, this gentleman, uh, they both lived to a fairly old age, these two people, and he loved the crooners. He loved this music with the crooners, and in particular that I hear um, Dean Martin, actually. It's something like that. Right, yes. So, and it feels that the lady passed first, and he passed a little bit behind after her. No more than 2 years by the looks of things. I also want to say he used to sit forward in his chair quite often, and when he used to watch the telly, he would always be eating something, either an apple or an orange or maybe a bit of chocolate, something like this. And he'd always be leaning forward, and he'd be absolutely focused. The one noticeable thing about this person, from what I can see, and I hope I'm interpreting this right, is that every time he spoke, he had a like a little nervous laugh or a little nervous giggle after this, after the laugh. I don't know if you can identify him as anyone in your family. Certainly elderly people. And this person looks Mediterranean as well. The lady doesn't look Mediterranean, but this person looks Mediterranean. So let's see if there's a message. Okay, I wanted to go straight towards work, because I feel either you've been thinking about changing job or looking for a job or changing direction, but either way there is going to be a change in the direction of employment if you want it, if that's something that you want, and it's going to happen. I think we're heading up towards the end of the year. If not, it'll be the beginning of the year, but certainly some changes coming through. I've just been given the month of August is significant either with them or with you. I think this is a birthday or an anniversary, but there's something around the month of August that they just want to get across to you. And as I continue to speak, I'm getting trouble in my throat as well. So somebody had possibly a dry cough in your family. This might be someone new stepping in. But there's certainly a dry cough that I'm getting here, and I feel like I need to drink a lot of water. Um, so we've got August, we've got a change of work position coming along here, or a new job being found, but I also feel this is in a new direction. I also feel like Mumbo that you're going to be moving into the spiritual world as well. Um, I'm just trying to find out what direction it looks like that you're going to head in, because I am told also that you should be doing mediumship, but you're not so confident that you can do this. But I feel that with you at the moment, it's going to be more to do with healing. I feel it should be more of the traditional type of healing, but I think you'll probably get involved with crystals more or something like this just to get you started. But then you're going to put them away, and you'll just carry on doing the healing um, with hands on. But I do feel that you're going to develop your mediumistic skills, and within a short period of time you'll be able to bring people through from spirit. You can do this anyway, but you hear it anyway, but you don't trust it and you don't believe it. This is normal. This is common for people. Um, but it's time now to move along, just steadily move along. I've also got what looks like a little white dog that just steps in. I don't know who it's for. It might be for you. It's certainly below the knee, and it's one that does a lot of yakking, chip chip chip, and it's white and it's got longish hair, so it's not a short-haired dog. It's white. This one steps in and was always licking, and it's licking me right now. So let's see what's come up here now. So, hi Mike, do you need my name to do a reading? Nope. Don't need your name. If not, would you have any message for me, for my deceased brother, or either my deceased parents? Do you feel I have? Yes, of course you have intuition. I'll get to that. Hang on a second. And Elizabeth, hello, Mike. I would love to hear from my son in spirit. Okay, hang on, everyone. Daddy, Diana, I hope you can take something from that. I still feel I've got more to give you, but hang on a second. I just want to go to Nature Lover here. Okay. Okay. Look, I've got somebody here in spirit. This person come through. I actually made a note of this. This person, how they're presenting to me at the moment is young. Okay, and this person has got quite tight weave hair. I hope this is your brother, but this person came through. He's got quite tight weave hair, and this guy was a fun guy, and he really knew how to have a good time when he was on the earth plane. Very popular person, well liked, but I think he pushed things too far with his excitement and with his joy for life and so on and so forth. Now, because he takes me to two situations here. Look, I don't sense at this moment in time anything critically wrong with him. Maybe the energy will build up and I'll be able to see what was going on. But what I know is I see water around him and I see movement around him that caused his passing. So I don't know if there was water filling in the lungs, but I do see some form of water and some form of movement during that period of passing. Let me see what else comes through. I believe it was very fast, and what happened was that he got totally disorientated, and then it was over. So it doesn't seem to me that there was pain or suffering. It just feels like it almost feels like this was an accident. To be quite honest, it feels like something went wrong. So I'm hoping I've got your brother here. So whoever it is, they're making me calm down a little bit more now because they really wanted to get this message in. If it's not for Nature Lover, it might be for someone else, but I do feel that I'm with you somehow. So if you can take any part of that, please let me know, then I can sort out what we can't take and get back onto the link and find out what's going on there with him. So please let me know about that. So Elizabeth Van Earth, hello Mike, I would love to hear from my son in spirit. Okay, so there was a question of intuition as well. I think that was with Nature Lover. Okay, I'll get back to that. Elizabeth, you'd like to hear from your son in spirit. Okay, first of all, I feel lightened straight away, and I want to say immediately as we make this contact again, I feel that you can feel. I assume it's him. You can feel him all the way around you, and particularly around the neck as it gets a bit colder around the neck and shoulders and possibly the knees. There's this like bubble or cocoon around you, and if you just close your eyes for 1 minute and just try and feel that energy, you will feel that this is your son that's around you right now. Let's see what he has to say. Okay. I don't know why, but he holds his hands up like this. He holds his hands up and I think he just wants to reach out to you, but he's doing that already. He doesn't tell me too much about when he passed just yet, or how old he is. He doesn't really want to speak just yet. He just wants to let me know, to let you know that he's here. So I'm not sure why he doesn't want to speak. Maybe he was too young when he passed, or maybe something happened during the passing where he couldn't speak and couldn't communicate, and that might be something that you could understand. But either way, he's not speaking to me right now, and he's not doing this in a way to be belligerent or awkward or anything like this. It's for a reason, and I feel you know this reason why he doesn't want to say anything. But what he does give me a feeling of right now is peace. And again, it's a feeling of that he already has communicated with you in sleep state. And I believe that you've actually seen him out of the corner of your eye also. But it's natural that you think it's your imagination. He wants to give me the number 2. I don't know what the significance of number 2 is, but he gives me the number 2 to bring to you. And I also want to get the month of March, and he also gives me the number 1. I don't know if it's the 1st of March, but he gives me March, the number 1, and the number 2. All those things all mixed in together. So maybe there's a little bit we got to work out there. Let me see what else comes through here. Again, if you can take any part of that, please let me know so I can sort out what really doesn't fit. He tends to draw closer a little bit now, and he makes me hot. I start to get hot and I start to get warm, especially around the face. So something was going on with either blood pressure, temperature, or something like this. I don't feel too comfortable at this moment with this heat that's around me. And I do see a lot of people around him at the moment also. So there was a lot going on. And I think this might explain why there was the confusion and why it all happened pretty quick. Now, it may not feel like it happened quick looking in, but from what I'm being shown, this person had left their body or started to leave their body before any pain, before any recognition, if you like, that the person was about to leave the body. So your son, this is all he's given me at the moment, and I can't make it up. I can't just say something for the sake of saying something, but this is all I get, and perhaps this is the message to help show what kind of personality this person was. But let me see if I can get some kind of message for you. Okay. Okay, so he has 2 siblings. March is his brother's birthday. His death was very sudden and experienced no pain. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. But would you understand? The term accident is loose. It's a loose term, but could you understand that there was an element of how can we put this? Yeah, the only way I can describe it, and the only one wants to give to me is that there was an accident, and part of this, it shouldn't have happened. So there was something there that shouldn't have happened, but it did happen, and that's the way it is. And he's quite philosophical now about this. Okay. I do feel some congestion here, and I feel a bit queasy here now. So he's stepping forward a little bit. So something was filling up here as part of his condition anyway. And I've got to ask the question about Monty Python. I don't know why that's popped in, but he gives me Monty Python. So I don't know if there's a name Monty around him, but certainly I was just given Monty Python. It might be something that you like. I don't know. You might be able to take that. I don't. But he really emphasised that and threw that in. So if you can take that, think about that, because he's given me a big smile on my face with this as he makes me say this. So there is something definitely prevalent about Monty or Python or Monty Python. So maybe he used to enjoy watching. I have no idea. He's making me work very, very hard for this reading, but I think that's always to do with showing personality as well. Okay, let's see if I can pull that. It was an accidental overdose, and he asphyxiated. I remember talking about Monty Python. Okay, wonderful. Well, look, what I can tell you is I've got this cold chill going up and down me now, and I hope you have this cold chill going up and down you, because when we get that, it really means he's got the message across. I want to tell you that he says, I'm at peace. I'm fine over here. Actually says what a ride this is as well. You know, he really wants you to know that he's not in this place sitting on clouds and just going namaste to everyone. He is continuing his life over the other side. He's got guidance as well, and he wants to spend a lot more time around you, and he asks you to just recognize the signs. And in this way, you'll be able to keep this really strong link that you have with him. Does he say he's sorry for? I have to be honest. He doesn't apologise for the misery or the upset or anything like that. He doesn't do it, and he makes me smile again. And so I think this is just more information, more evidence, perhaps, of his personality. But he does he does want to be around you, and he's let you know that he's always there for you. Before I leave you, they make me look up at the clock, because they often do. So would you understand something about time around you or around him that's significant? And it isn't to do with it was my time. It's something, I got it. I think the timing is for you, Elizabeth. I think the time is for you now to continue with life, and always hold the memories. Thank you. And always talk to him as though he was on the earth plane. And I know you want to hear his voice, but if you just say short sentences, rather than a question, rather than statement, if you just say something like, hi son, I know you're here, you may very well hear him answer you before you finish making the statement. And this way you'll be able to build up communication. So I'll send you his love, even though he doesn't. And let's see what it brings. So thank you for the opportunity of bringing your son through. So a nature lover. Thank you, Mike. My brother had a sudden grand seizure due to cancer that was undetected and spread to his brain. I believe it was an accident, as he didn't have the follow-ups after the cancer found him. Okay, I think this was actually for Elizabeth, but there is some similarities going on there. Perhaps I saw the surgeons around him, because that's what I saw when I saw a lot of people. So in part of the reading for Elizabeth might have been what I saw for you. Um, okay, so Elizabeth says, "Thank you very much. So thank you so very much. That was amazing. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for the opportunity of bringing him through. Just be in peace." Okay, so nature lover, yeah. So that's the thing. I don't know. I didn't feel too much, so this must have gone through quite quickly, as you say, sudden. So yes, God bless him. He's over the other side. Life continues, and I don't sense any only ifs with this person. It's just more to do with a continuum. So perhaps this person was also quite philosophical as well. So uh, we're getting all kinds of things. I leave you with the words, "Don't cry for me, Argentina." Again, that might make some sense to you. Okay, let's have a look here. I'm also confused where to look for a job. Since I've already one job and okay. Okay, so let's have a look. Nothing. Okay, you know what? Thank you for that. This job's going to find you. Okay, thank you. As it says in the movie, build it and they will come. What what I'm asked to give to you is, first of all, don't even think about what you want to do anymore. The only thing you have to do is know that you want change. That's it. Because it's in there, it's in you, you know what you want, but unfortunately, uh, the monkey mind doesn't want change. It wants to keep you in this fixed position of which seems like either purgatory because you can't break out of where you are, um, and because the monkey mind wants consistency, wants to be constant. And even if it's no good for you, the monkey mind wants to keep you in this state. So the only way we can quieten the monkey mind is to not listen to it, to know that you want change, know that change is going to come, and once the monkey mind quietens down, then you can start to focus on what you want. I feel it's something so deep within inside of you. Um, and I would go as far as to say that this also would create conflict with family. And I feel that you've managed to push it deep down, so that you know it doesn't manifest. But it is. It's going to manifest because it's something that you want deeply. I know you're going to go into the spiritual world. Maybe that's a step away. Maybe this is something that you'll do as a sideline. But the, for the job, don't even think about it just now. Just know and feel it from the heart that you have got a new situation coming to you. That tends to work. It will quieten the monkey mind, it will silence it, and once it's silenced, what's inside you starts to come forward. I would also play games with it. I would also dream. I would also have the courage to really think about something, no matter how outrageous it is. Think about it and see yourself doing it. You know, there's this wonderful, wonderful TED talk by Amy Cuddy, "Fake It Till You Make It." And it's not about uh, pretending you're good or pretending to be. It's actually about only knowing that you can do it, but don't have the confidence to do it. And this talk, "Fake It Till You Make It," she talks about her experience on how she just worked through it because she knew that she was good at what she did, but she just didn't believe it. And I feel this is a little bit with you as well. You know your capabilities, you know how good you are, but somewhere along the line, You've been told to just settle for a nice little job and, earn some good money and have your holiday and get the mortgage, get the house, blah, blah, blah. That to a degree is you, but there's so much more to you. So build it and they will come. And I would say just now, relax, know it's coming, quieten the monkey mind, and allow your intuition to start flowing. Find something also that gives you passion. This is a big, big thing. And it doesn't matter what it is, just find something that gives you passion. This changes your vibration, raises your self-esteem, your energy, your vibration. And before you know it, you'll be doing what it is inside of you that you can't figure out just yet. So don't worry, it's coming to you. Okay, Nicholas. Let's have a look. Understanding. Sorry, not Nicholas. Nissaline Webb. Understanding. Okay, super. There we are. I've also got someone here, if they can take the name Susanna. Susanna has just popped in. Wonder what Susanna wants to have to say. I wonder if this Dayanaria, I wonder if this is for you. See if you can identify the name Susanna or Susanna, something like this, because the name popped in, and while I was looking at the wall, your face popped in as well. So this can always be a sign. Nature lover. I agree, Mike. Worrying about certain situations can, resistance, causes resistance. Boy, I know that only too well. And the other thing that causes resistance? Denying yourself what you want to do. For many, many years, how this all started for me was I had, I wouldn't say it was a near-death experience, but I was certainly in an altered state, and I saw my body on the bed. I was only a young kid, about 5, 6 years of age, and I saw my mum running in the room because I swallowed a marble, and she, boom, whacked this marble out. Well, this triggered things. I won't go into it all right now because some of it was quite a freaky experience. But I grew up, and then I went through the teenage years, and I left it, and then I went back to it, and I left it, and went back to it. And here's the thing, right? If it's in you, it's in you, and there's nothing you can do to stop it coming to the surface. And it's like, as I mentioned last time, the old mafia quote: every time I try getting out of this business, something pulls me back in. Now that only works if you truly want it. If you truly want it, if your higher self truly wants it, that's what's going to happen. So offering resistance as well just prevents you from achieving what you really come out here on the earth plane to achieve. Okay, let's have a look here. Yeah, so we've done that one. Okay, so yeah, so there we are. So I assume no one can take Susanna, but there you are, Susanna. Nobody knows who you are. I think this is an aunt, actually, because I just heard Aunt Susanna, or Aunt Susie, Aunt Sue, but she gave me the name Susanna. So, okay, well, look, if there is no more questions, we can call it a day. But before we call it a day, I've got, hang on. Let's have a look. It says here, you had a very interesting experience, Mark. Do you feel I have a deeper than average intuition? Okay. Yes, I do. Words have power, okay? And your handle there, Nature Lover, tells me a hell of a lot about who you are. And the connection that you have with life, with energy, with vibration, all of it. Um, so you're certainly have a lot of intuition with nature. And I would say to you, if you haven't done already, read the book The Secret Life of Trees. I think you'll love it. But yes, you do have a deeper intuition if you will allow it. If you absolutely give yourself the right, the privilege to raise your vibration to be intuitive, then it will work. One of the ways I did this, by the way, when I first started to reactivate everything, was if I would walk down the street and I'm on the left side of the road, sometimes for no reason, I just felt I wanted to cross the road and walk on that side of the road. And that's what I would do. When I was driving home, I might just decide that I don't want to go home that way, I want to go home another way. And that's what I would do. And this opens up the deeper understanding of intuition and then your psychic abilities and so on and so forth. But I do honestly feel you have a very, very strong intuition. The big problem is you don't trust it. Thank you. I'm also told that you think with regards people, when you have intuition about people, your concern is that you're judging them because you haven't even heard them speak yet. But no, you're reading energy. And you know you can walk into a room and you know exactly who you have a feel for, who you want to avoid. And it's nothing to do with judgment, it's just to do with vibration. And then if you happen to bump into the person that you don't think you have a good connection with, you just be nice and polite with them. That's it. It's not a judgment. So it's okay to get a feel for people in a room, who you like and you don't like. We actually call it reading the room. So, and this is great, by the way, if you're going for a job interview, once you learn to read the room, you will know the person interviewing what their game is. Clear and simple. So yes, please develop your intuition, because it is a super intuition. I honestly feel you have, and I'm not just saying that just to make you feel happy. You see, also remember, when you text something in, even though it's done from a computer, it comes from your energy, and we can pick up the energy from that computerized text that you're sending me. So it tells a lot about the person. I can also tell you that you're a very, very honest person, and if you're not a vegan or a vegetarian, you'll probably end up being one. So just bear that in mind. So Mumbo says, thank you for your generosity. Nice to be here with you. It's a pleasure to do this. Please come back again next week or the week after, whenever. And let's see, because all this information that we've received today, sometimes we need to go away and think, oh yeah, that's correct. We need, I know what he means now, and I know what this month means, and I know what this date means, so on and so forth. So, and then please just pop it in the chat on YouTube, and I'll get back to you. And then we can see where all this takes us. But, you know, the spirit world is not some place 1,000 miles away or the other side of the universe. Sharing this space with me right now as my brothers and sisters from the spirit world, your brothers and sisters in the spirit world, sharing this space probably is a Tyrannosaurus Rex walking straight past me from a parallel universe. Because remember, in the spirit world, everything was, is, and will be runs parallel. It's going to be a great ride when we get over there. And we mustn't fear this horrible word that society, particularly religion, has given us of death. There is no such thing as death. We transcend, we leave the body, but our existence of who we really are continues. Yes, it's sad when we see a loved one go, but if we start to change our perception now, before I leave you, I just want to give you an example. Let me just read this here. Wow, thanks, Mike. I am very grateful. I'm very grateful for you popping along also. Thank you for coming. My father passed with cancer, and I'll leave you with this thought. And one of the beautiful things about someone dying with cancer is that you have the opportunity to put past wrongs right, to tell someone that you love them when you didn't tell them for all those years, because we always think, you know, it's never going to happen at some level. But we have the opportunity to tell them that we love them. And as I say, any misunderstandings we get to put right. That is something beautiful. And knowing that when my father went on his journey and just left this suit, this earthly body, it was very much easier for me to know that he's gone off, knowing that I loved him, that he heard me say I loved him, and he loved me, and I heard him say he loved me. So, you know, the final thought is, don't leave the house angry with anyone. Try and leave the house with peace, because we don't know if this is our last day on Mother Earth. I don't plan it to be for me, and I dare say we've all got so much more that we want to do in this world, and we can do it. But just, I'll leave you with that thought. There's no death. Everything was, is, and will be. So in the meantime, this is Mike Cavalli signing off with Jeanne, our dear Jeanne at Société Jeanne d'Arc, and I look forward to your company next week. This is Mike signing off. Bye-bye for now.